Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to the channel. Yay! What we're going to be doing today is addressing the wiring underneath the steering column. So let's go ahead and jump right into this, and then hopefully it won't be as bad as I thought it is. Alright, so let's talk about what we have to sort out over here, because we have an ugly mess. And I mean ugly mess. For one, we have these speaker cables that are now embedded into the factory sound deadening, and this is an old school 6-disc CD changer. They ran the cable like that, so you guys can see between the heat, and that's what I was talking about with Foxbodies. These floors get crazy hot, and I mean insanely hot. You run the car for just a little bit and you'll notice very quickly that the floors are getting a little bit hot. I don't know if it's the exhaust system, I don't know if it's all Foxbodies, but this one for sure the floor gets crazy hot. So we need to address that. That's why I feel like more sound deadening, more insulation down here is going to really clean things up and also make it look better. But this is the troublesome issue, and this is why I need to stop and take a moment and figure out what in God's green earth is going on. We have, looks like 1,000 times somebody tried to tap things in here. We have red and black cables going to space. We have cables here that are just completely screwed up. This one, look, you got a nick over here and it's been butt connected twice, so we're going to try and see if maybe we can just join those two together with one connection. So we got to really go through this. We have to figure out what exactly is going on, see where all these missing wires go to, and remove all the unnecessary cables. I think the best plan of approach is first and foremost to sort this out. So let's go ahead and start making some disconnections and talk about how I plan on repairing this. Okay, so I got all of those little butt connectors off, or splicers. There was 4 of them, and now what I'm going to do, I think I have enough cord or enough wire for here to here to remove this jumper and then just do one solid connection there, because I don't like that, and I don't like the fact that this thing was jumped twice. And then I'm gonna have to figure this one out over here. This one is a little bit tricky because this plug I can't buy anymore, and the pins I can't get, so I'm probably gonna have to cut them here, and then make my own 3-pin connector here. Now this is interesting. These two red and blacks, it appears that they go to an LED right here. So I think this car had an alarm system at one point, and that's not a factory thing. Foxbodies didn't come with alarms, so I'm gonna have to get this off of here and then take those wires out. Or what I could do is just wire those to a 12-volt connection, and that way it always looks like the car has an alarm, but that's dumb. I'm just gonna literally put a kill switch on the car, and it's pretty easy to do in a Foxbody because there's your fuel pump relay. So it's really easy to put a kill switch in a Foxbody. And then again, if somebody really wants to steal your car, they're gonna steal your car. So you can take all the prevention you want in the world. If somebody's desperate enough, they're gonna succeed. So let's go ahead and sort this out. Let's get these cables out of here. Well, this is exactly what I thought it was. It's just a little LED that blinks, a little alarm LED. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut that wire right there. I'm not even gonna bother to take this thing out of there, because if I take that out of there, filling in that little hole on there, I'll never be able to get that texture, factory texture. And I'm not going to buy a new piece because I've already spent a lot of money buying new pieces for this car. I'm not going to lie, guys, I bought all new speaker grills because these are cracked. That one over there is cracked. So those two set me back like almost $124. New speaker grills for the rear because the convertible, they fall apart. The factory ones, they split. And what I mean by split is, you guys can see right here. Let's see if I can get this to see that. See that gapping that's happening right there? That splits. So if I'm going to spend all this time putting in new speakers, I can't risk all of this falling apart. And I really want the car to be in a show condition when I'm done. I really want this thing to be a pristine example of what a convertible Foxbody should be like. Hopefully get more people out there to buy the convertibles because they're nice. There's really nothing wrong with the convertibles. There's so much hate out there for them. It seems like the only two are the hatchbacks and the coupes. These, it's like they're plagued. Nobody wants them. So, whatever. More convertible Foxbodies for everybody else. Alright, so let's start with this one right here. I'm gonna have to cut this little guy. Let's get my tools in here. Give him a little cut right about. See if I can get the longer the better. And then we'll cut him right here as well. So this guy needs to meet up with this guy. Let's try and see if we can find a shorter path for these two to meet up. There we go. That's plenty right there, as you guys can see. And then we're going to have to trim the wire. Not much. Just need to trim it just a bit. I think I can make this even better. Let's see. Cable this way. Round it up through here. There we go. Wow, that's much better. Okay, so what I'm going to use is a wire stripper like this. It allows me to set the distance on there pretty easily. I don't need much. I really don't need much. So we're going to set it to 5/16. It's literally going to be a little bit of a pull, but I think it'll work out very well. Okay, so that's all we needed to do. Now, this is the cool part because I do have to solder these two wires together. And I know a lot of you guys, I know I've gone over this before in previous videos, soldering is not really a top skill nowadays for most people. So I have found this product that works really, really well. Soapy, Scooby, whatever you guys want to call this thing. They're not paying me to do this. It's just something that, as you guys can see, I've already used some of them in here. It works really, really well, and I really, really enjoy using it because it's so simple. It doesn't take much effort to do. So what you want to do is get your two wires exactly like that and find a connector that's of the correct size. So I'm going to go on a limb and say this is a red one, and we're going to run this red one into it like that. And the nice thing is, in here it already has solder built in, so you're going to take a heat gun to it and it's going to liquefy the solder, or for all I know this could be lead that's in there. We'll find out in 10 years when they recall this. And then the cool thing is it also creates a watertight seal, so you don't need to shrink wrap it on top. But if you do want to shrink wrap it, there is shrink wrap available. I just think that it's a little bit of an overkill. So let's go ahead, get this done. Go. Just like that. Then we'll get a heat gun. You guys can see this heat gun has a shield on it, so I'll be able to just focus all my energy right onto that connection right there without burning the whole inside of the car. Great. So this is the finish connection using those Scooby-Doo connectors. As you guys can see, the solder has filled in, or the lead or the mercury, I don't even know what's in there. It's made in China, guys. Let's hope that it is solder. So it's gone and filled that in completely. You got a nice connection, nothing broke along the way, and that is solid. And the cool thing is, now I'm going to go ahead and test tape all of these here, so that way it looks nice and factory, just like this. So I won't have all these wires just dangling here, because you can see the installer before went ahead and removed all the tape to go splicing crazy in here. And then there was this broken guy. So let's go ahead, let's get him off of here, see what we can do in this case. If I can reuse this plug, that would be awesome. If I can't, then, well, I tried. Okay. So that looks like a standard pin connection in there. But this looks screwed up. Is it like that? Is this supposed to be bare metal wire going around like that? I don't think so. Hope not. Huh. I think what we may be able to do, I think this may be salvageable, because I don't see any split wires. I just had to get this pin out of here, and then we'll just heat shrink that, and that may be salvageable, boys. Let's go ahead and get that pin out of there. So if you guys have never taken one of these pins out, in here, let's see if I can do this. Just hang tight, I got a new camera and everything, so I really want to try and improve this channel. So you guys can see here, there's these little plastic tabs on the inside right here. So we need to depress the plastic tab and pull the pin out that we want. So in this case, it's the middle one. So we're going to depress that plastic tab right there in the middle, and then pull this out. Throw some heat shrink on it. Right. So I got shrink wrap. Got the pin out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this over this. And then needle nose pliers would be great to pull this thing through, so just go ahead and get a set of those. Yeah, just like that. And then of course we got to get our heat shrink. Shrink this on. There we go. That was not as bad as I originally thought, boys and girls. I seriously thought that this was going to be a worse nightmare than this. So I got off lucky. I got off really, really lucky. But now,
I don't have to worry about that ground touching anything and shorting anything out. Of course, I'm going to wrap this up with Tessa tape. Same thing over on this side, make it look nice and clean and flush like I did up here. And then we can start taking all the wires out and tracing some of these other mystery dangling. But I'm beginning to think that these mystery dangling ones are just mystery dangling ones. I don't think that they go to any vehicle functions, because the vehicle turns on just fine, but I do want to get all these wires out. I don't want unnecessary things inside the car. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know for some people this was excruciatingly boring, but this is all part of the restore process, and I wanted to show you guys everything, all the steps, no smoke, no mirrors. That way you guys know what you're getting yourself into if you guys decide to buy one of these cars for yourself. I hope you guys click the like, and I hope you guys subscribe to the channel. I know it's not the usual Mercedes content, but this is a project that I really want to get done. This is something that's been on my bucket list for a long time, and I hope you guys will stay tuned for the whole process. I do have some nice surprises when it comes time for the engine. She's gonna be fast. She's gonna be fast, and I think we'll have some nice fun times ahead. In the meantime, take care. Best of luck.